My name is Andrew Hokemer, code 863, Submarine Maneuvering Control. We're here today at the rotating arm facility here at Carderock. The rotating arm is a 260-foot rotating arm basin. It can hold almost 8 million gallons and rotate at speeds of up to 50 knots at the furthest out radius. You can also have turning radiuses anywhere from 12 to 120 feet, depending on how far along the arm that you go. The rotating arm facility at Carderock is one of the only of its kind. And along with that, it's certainly the biggest of its kind in the world. So it's unique just in the fact that there aren't very many, but it's also unique in its size. One of the other unique things about the rotating arm is that you do captain model testing on it. You can do turning characterization in the ocean if you wanted to, but you wouldn't be able to see the forces and moments exerted on the model. To be able to characterize the turning performance is crucial to the Navy, because to know what the turning performance is at model scale gives you so much information about what it's going to be at full scale. So we use it in order to find the equilibrium turning condition. Basically, what angle rudder do you need to have in order to complete a turn at different turning radiuses? The data that we collect is used broadly throughout Carderock, and then even past Carderock. It's going directly to the subtrainers. It's going to the autopilot software on the submarines. So this test that we're doing is specifically designed to develop our standard operating procedures. So one of the things that we're doing in this test is documenting what it should look like when our struts are aligned properly, documenting how to do our data collection, documenting how to rig the struts, documenting how to de-rig, documenting everything that we can think to document. So that way, when we do this test again in a few years with a different model, we don't run into those same issues. So we're doing this to lessen the burden of technical excellence. So my role for this test is the test director. So I'm involved in the planning of the test, developing the test matrix, making sure that everything in the test matrix is going to be used by our data end users. I need to make sure that we have secured funding for this facility from sponsors, making sure that all of our personnel are trained in how to use our equipment, trained in the safety procedures for this facility, and also overall ensuring that the government assets are safe, that we're not going to damage anything during our testing. Yeah, the whole team here that I have works really well together. There's so many different pieces that need to come together for a successful test. And honestly, that is not a given. There's so many things that could go wrong, but with the team, the way that they like to stick together. They like to bounce ideas off each other and continue to grow and continue to innovate. Seeing that people are enjoying the work that they're doing. That's something I really value as a leader, is knowing that the people that I work with enjoy the type of work that they're doing. Yeah, and every test is a little bit different. This test has been going really great so far, but it's not always like that. Sometimes there's issues that come up. Like, for example, during one of our previous tests, we had an issue with getting our struts lined up properly. It took a lot of work to be able to figure out exactly how it needed to be adjusted. And it was multifaceted too. So we had to talk to facilities to make sure that they had everything correct on their end. We had to talk with our data end users to make sure that they were seeing what they thought they should be seeing. And we asked them to help us out to calculate the correct angles that were needed. And it was really just a team effort to try and solve these problems, which is great, knowing that you don't have to do everything on your own either. Yeah, overall, working at Carderock, it's definitely a lot of work, but it's really rewarding work. I know that what I'm doing is going towards increasing safety for the sailor, which is important to me. It's nice to be able to grow relationships within the workplace. We have world-class facilities that are very unique, and the rotating arm is chief among them.